I'm going to be interviewing Stacey, who owns her own business, and she talks about why she got into travel, how travel, being in the travel industry during COVID, and to provide some tips on things that you should know if you're looking to get into the travel industry, such as what are some of the fees you have to pay, is there any certifications that you need? Be sure to stay tuned.
My name is Shay Toyett, and I help moms grow their business as they raise their family.
Hey, Stacey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Great. Stacey, can you share with me a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so my name's Stacey. I live in Las Vegas. First, I'm a mom. I'm a longtime veteran in the hospitality industry, so I've been in Vegas forever, working up and down the strip in corporate America. And now I'm an entrepreneur. I think I've finally risen out of that corporate shell and become who I'm destined to be, which is a mompreneur.
That is so awesome. I'm all for my mompreneurs. We got to stick together. And I'm here from Las Vegas as well. So I grew up, working on the strip as well and got into entrepreneurship. So that is just awesome. Stacey, can you share with me a little bit about your services that you do provide?
The travel company that I own is called Global Vacation Pro. It's a concierge style travel service. So I craft corporate, group, leisure travel experiences around the whole world. So that's anything from air, hotel, all-inclusives, private homes and villas, transportation, activities, dining, anything you can think of related to travel. I take care of it. I love families with special needs and disabilities. So autistic children are great because their families need a little bit of help traveling, just knowing where to go, the accommodations they can get to make a really great family experience. And then I also have Cruise for a Cause, which is a group cruising option that donates revenue back to a nonprofit organization. So it helps nonprofits raise money, drive revenue through group cruise travel.
That is so awesome. So thank you for sharing. I think when it comes to traveling, sometimes, people just need that extra assistance. So that's awesome. And Stacey, how did you get started in travel? I would love to hear about it.
Kind of COVID changed everything, right? So that's the line that a lot of people use these days is until COVID or post-COVID, working on the strip in corporate America, and I had no plans of leaving the strip. But while I was at home on lockdown, I started dabbling in extra job moonlighting for a travel company here in town. And I got really into it and decided that I wanted to just go full blown this year, open a travel company, stay working from home or wherever I want in the world, go for it, and leave corporate America. So that's COVID really changed everything because it gave me the opportunity to start working from home and see if that's something that fit my lifestyle and kind of take all my hospitality experience and put it to use.
That is so awesome. So I'm glad to see that you did get into entrepreneurship. How did COVID interfere with getting started in travel?
Actually, travel for me and my experience with it was never really on lockdown. It just shifted, right? So people were finding unique ways to travel, unique places, and domestic travel really didn't shut down. There was just some things that you had to get around. You had to wear a mask or you had to go at different times, but travel has it may slow down, but it never stopped. So being at home and working for that travel company that I started with when I left corporate America gave me the opportunity to really investigate, experience. When you're in that time when everything's on shutdown, you get creative, right? So by the time it came to 2022, I was ready to fly.
And with you, just getting started, what are some of the challenges that you have faced?
My main challenge in my travel company is really myself, self-doubt and fear of failure, fear of making a mistake, fear of social media, so working on my mindset every day and having confidence that I can gain knowledge, I can gain experience, I can provide great customer service, and just putting myself to the side is probably my biggest challenge, right? And the fear of success. Right. So you have big dreams as an entrepreneur, but are scared that what's going to happen when you get there.
And I'm sure so many other moms who's possibly here to get into travel are possibly feeling the same way, because I know I did.
Yeah, and it's with any mompreneur, especially with all that you go through as a mom and all the things that your kids need to take care of them, to take care of the house, the bills, everything, right? So it's about putting all that together and not being fearful of it.
How did you discover that you wanted to actually start your business in travel?
Well, I think my hospitality experience, right? So I was working as a hotel manager. I've been an F&B director. I've been a concierge manager. I've been all these things in the hospitality field that are servicing travelers. But I always wanted to get away from work and go travel and experience the world. And so I kind of married those two together. So me being a travel agent, travel advisor, and having a travel company, I come from a different lens, right? So when travelers are going across the world, I know that if you arrive at 7 a.m. in Sydney, Australia, you may not be able to check in until 3 o'clock. So should we book the night prior for you so you can go right to bed because you're going to be super jet lagged, or room service may not be open 24 hours. So I know the questions and the intricacies of in the hospitality world that helps me guide my clients to have the best experience.
Got it. And someone like me who's possibly not traveled much overseas but have no idea about that. So I understand that's why it's important of having a travel agent. For someone who's possibly looking to get into travel, what's your first tip on how to do so?
Okay, so when I started my travel business, I partnered up with a travel host company. They facilitated my licensing, my insurance, and also they facilitate higher commissions for me from when I book trips. So there's always having a couple streams of revenue, right? So I do have a booking fee that I charge my clients directly. So when they come to me and they want to book a trip, I do have a small booking fee because time is money, right? And experience is money. So just like we pay a hairdresser, we pay a mechanic, we pay anybody for their time, I have that same fee. And then I have a host company that facilitates commissions. So they take care of all of the vendor registration and all of the billing that goes in the back end. I spent a lot of time on education and trying to decide where I really wanted to have my niche in travel. I wanted to be a master of a few specific things, not a jack of all trades, right? So if someone comes to me and they want to book a Disney trip, then they want to book a cruise, then they want to book international, yes, I can do that. Having a niche, and this is great for any mompreneur, and really focusing your skills and your passion on one niche is going to get you farther, right? Because you're focusing all your energy in one spot. I took a lot of time figuring out what is that going to be. And I landed on special needs and disability travel, and then cruising for a cause and raising money for nonprofits. So everything is kind of tied in together. And I really wanted a company that had a purpose and a passion behind it. So aside from education and figuring out a niche and having a host company, I started working on a brand. So working on my social media brand, building a website. I don't post things online that aren't travel related. I don't put up things about Tupperware. When people look you up online, they want to see that you're the expert of what you're talking about. So I think building your brand is really critical, especially in the travel field.
Couldn't agree more with you. And no matter what business you're in, having a niche is very, very important. So Stacey, you are right about that one. So thank you for sharing. For someone who's looking to get into travel, how much money do they need to do so?
To link up with a host company, it's not too expensive. It's about $65, I believe, to get your initial licensing and start your insurance. And you need errors and omissions insurance because if you make a mistake, if you book something incorrectly, you have the backing behind you to help get that rectified without causing a big problem, not only for yourself, for liability, but for the client as well. So you do have to invest some time and some money into your business. I would say roughly $200, $250 a month to start, meaning like business cards. You can order a t-shirt, you can build a website, you can have those professional items that are available to you. Because any real business, right, this is an investment. This isn't to get rich quick. This is long-term sustainable business so that you can be home with your kids and you can go to doctor's appointments and do all that. So for anybody to think that they can turn a side hustle into a real long-term big business, you need to invest money.
Talked about insurance. Is there any certifications or anything like that someone needs to be a travel agent?
No, that you can absolutely learn online. You don't have to be out in the world traveling, right? So you can learn online. There's a lot of courses online that teach about different areas of the world where you can learn about that area. The internet's endless, right? So you don't necessarily have to have personal travel experience. And there are opportunities that come to you as a travel agent. So the more you build your brand, the more that you book, people will reach out to you and invite you to go places and experience those things. And then it's up to you to promote, sell, and market that to your clients, right? And that's how you get more involved. But I think you need to understand your passion, right? So if you're not passionate about travel, it's not going to work. If you're more passionate about healthcare products, skincare line, then that's what you should do. So understanding your passion and your niche, because that's going to drive you on the inside to really educate yourself and be able to make it long-term and sustainable.
Understood. That is so awesome. So thank you. All right. What is a tip that you have for moms who's just starting out in your line of work?
I would say we've talked about it a little bit. So just understanding your passion inside travel, which kind of fuels you to have your niche, right? So if you love Disney brand, Disney travel, Disney cruises, Disney World Resort and all that, that's a great niche for you to go. If you love going down to Jamaica, like you're going to do, international Caribbean travel maybe, or destination weddings. So understanding your passion and what really gets you excited in the travel field will push your niche, and that'll start where you build your brand. And then you can start educating yourself about all the ins and outs of Disney travel or the Caribbean or all-inclusives. And then probably accepting that being a mompreneur is still a grind, right? So it's just a different type of grind, and sometimes it's exhausting. So the kids get used to you being at home, but that doesn't mean that you're always available, right? And so then they have to be quiet while you're working, or you have to go out and network and promote your business. And so you have to be disciplined, because you don't want a 9-to-5 boss, but you have to have that drive to be accountable to yourself every single day. So you have to have a conversation with yourself about, can I be accountable? Can I be on a different type of grind every day? So even though I'm home on the weekends and I can work anywhere in the world, if a client calls me on a Saturday afternoon, we're going to have a conversation about putting a trip together, right? So I don't just turn my business on and off. And that's what I accept. But I can be in the school car loop line on my laptop working off a Wi-Fi spot. I mean, what more could I ask for? So you just have to understand that being a mompreneur is a grind as well. It's just a different type.
Totally agree. We're in the same boat, Stacey. So thank you for sharing. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with the mom who's personally possibly watching this video?
I would say go out there, go for it. If you want to change your life and be home with your kids and follow your passion, whether it's in travel or any other mompreneur, go for it, right? Because the kids are going to grow up and they're going to move out, and you don't want to miss these moments, and you can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it, right? So passionate, educate yourself, and don't stop.
And then Stacey, if someone's looking to get in contact with you, how do they do so?
Facebook, Instagram, I'm on TikTok. They can send me an email. globalvacationpro.com is my website, and Instagram and TikTok, I'm Global Vacation Pro, and I'm Stacey Wren on Facebook, but I'm all over social media.
Cool. And I will be sure to put that in description. Thank you so much, Stacey, for joining us today. It was great to get to know you a little bit better, and I'm super excited to see the growth that you have in the future.
Thank you. Thank you so much.